What's good, everyone? Time for a DL short. It looks like Andrew Tate has had his home in Romania raided again. Um, this is fairly recent news. Some big YouTubers are reporting on it. BBC reported on this earlier today. I saw something on the BBC, and here we have the Associated Press. This is from the Associated Press. So let's just get into it. World news. Police raid Andrew Tate's home in Romania as new allegations emerge involving minors. So, as you guys know, Andrew Tate has already had his home raided multiple times. He was incarcerated in Romania, and that was uh, his attorneys were able to get him out, and he was under house arrest at his home in Romania, and then his attorneys were able to get it to where he can move around freely anywhere in Romania, just can't leave the country. I know the United Kingdom is putting together some sort of civil case against Andrew Tate. If you guys know who Andrew Tate is, just Google him. He was at one point he was the most Googled man on the planet. I discovered Andrew Tate on Fresh and Fit. He had a viral video with them, and he's had multiple viral videos since. But it seems like there are those out there trying to get Andrew Tate. Now, who are they? Right? Who are they? It is what it is. Andrew Tate calls it the Matrix, like the Matrix is out to get him. And I at this point, it's like, bro, he's on to something. Like every time he turns around, he's in, something's going on. And if you think Andrew Tate is out here blatantly, breaking laws, international laws, and other laws in other countries while he's under investigation, I just don't think that's the case. But let's continue on with the article. Bucharest, Romania, mass police officers in Romania carry out fresh raids early Wednesday at the home of divisive internet influencer Andrew Tate, who is awaiting trial on charges of human trafficking, rape, and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women. This is what he's facing now. And, it's been a while. I want to say it's over a year. He hasn't, his legal team has been trying to get this case heard before a judge. And it seems the prosecution is kind of dragging their feet, getting this case heard. There's been a lot of talk about the victims, quote unquote, in this. One of the women in particular is an American woman who has been outed already on social media and stuff like that for being a predator of wealthy men and just kind of setting them up or whatever. So, and this is this is one of the women that they used to actually arrest Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan and lock them up along with two other women. So when people talk about it, like that case is pretty weak. And it's kind of gone away. Like the Tates are on, they were on house arrest and then now they're free to move around Romania. They just can't leave the country. So now we have this. Romania's anti-organized crime agency, DCOT, said it was searching for 4 homes in Bucharest and nearby Ifov. My pronunciation is going to be all messed up. Investigating allegations of human trafficking and trafficking of minors, having relations with minors, and influencing statements and money laundering. The agency added that hearings will later be held at its headquarters. So when I read this, I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly. Whenever you cover anything manosphere related or red pill related, especially the Tates, the algorithm really zeroes in on you. So I'm just going to do my best to kind of dance around some of the words. Tate spokesperson, Matai Petrescu, I hope I pronounced that right. I know I didn't. Said in a response that the raids that although the charges in the search warrant were not yet fully clarified, they include suspicions of human trafficking and money laundering, and added that his legal team is present. And he went on to say they did not address the allegations involving minors. So I guess the original warrant didn't address that. And again, someone like the Tate brothers, I really don't see them engaging in illegal activity where they are living. Every inch of their home in Romania is covered by video surveillance. So whatever goes on in there, they have proof as to what was going on. It just wouldn't make sense. But people do dumb things all the time. It is what it is. Dozens of police officers and forensic professionals were scouring Tate's large property on the edge of the capital, Bucharest, during the entire criminal process. The investigated persons benefit from prosecutorial rights and guarantees provided by the Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as the presumption of innocence, Dicot noted in his statement. So Dicot, or the legal people, are definitely going to make sure all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, because they've been in the Tate's residence, I mean, multiple times, like more, probably more than 10 times over the past couple years. They've been in and out, in and out, in and out. So again, I doubt if they were breaking any laws in there, but hey, you never know. The 37-year-old Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan, 36, former kickboxers and dual British U.S. citizens, who have amassed millions of social media followers, were arrested in 2022 near Bucharest, along with two Romanian women. Romanian prosecutors formally indicted all four last year. They have denied the allegations. And that was the original criminal allegation, forming a criminal enterprise and trafficking. And it was some other stuff that they threw in there too. The spokesperson said late Wednesday that the Tate brothers have been detained for 24 hours, which is the maximum Dicot can hold them without a judge approving a request by prosecutors for a longer period. As of yet, no proposal has been submitted by the prosecution, she said. So it looks like they took the Tate brothers away. So it looks like the Tates were indeed arrested following this raid on their home. And it's like a 24-hour hold. So they weren't like arrested, like just kind of hold them for 24 hours. Again, we're talking about Romania. I have no idea how their criminal system works. Is very different from America's. As the brothers were ushered from their home into a police van outside, Andrew Tate complained to reporters that the case was progressing too slow. What I've done wrong, who knows? He claimed. So again, he's like, hey, his whole thing is the Matrix is attacking me. What did I do this time? Like, what's going on? Andrew Tate is known for expressing misogynistic views online and has amassed 9.9 million followers on the social media platform X, and has reportedly claimed that prosecutors have no evidence against him and that there is a political conspiracy to silence him. He was previously banned from various social media platforms for misogynistic views and hate speech. And that's like a really big thing. You had all these platforms at the same time in a coordinated effort to try to purge him, and it didn't work. And and all the talk about misogynistic views, I can tell you that Andrew Tate doesn't hate women. That's what he says it, and a lot of people don't know what the word misogyny means. Is the contempt and or hatred of women. That's what misogyny means. So when you tell someone, it's like, hey, Andrew Tate doesn't hate women, it's like, well, I didn't say he hated women. I said he was a misogynist. He was a misogynist, or he's a misogynistic. I'm like, well, that's what that means. So that is why they came after him. There are a lot of people who say that Andrew Tate's a bad influence on men, young men and boys, especially in the UK. The vast majority of his base is men, younger men, like teenage guys and young men. So, I mean, it is what it is. I've watched a lot of content of Andrew Tate. I've met Andrew Tate in real life. Very pleasant guy. You know what I mean? When the cameras were off, he was like really respectful, very pleasant. When he interacts with people, he treats people the way he wants to be treated. Unlike some people I can, name in Hollywood. When the cameras go off, they real self comes out, and some very nasty folks who will never get arrested, who will, never go against the grain. In fact, people will like protect them, it seems. So, but anyway, the article continues. In April, the Bucharest tribunal ruled that the prosecutor's case filed against the four met the legal criteria and that the trial could start, but did not set a date for it to begin. That ruling came after the legal case had been discussed for months in a preliminary chamber stage, a process in which the defendants can challenge prosecutors' evidence and case file. So, and this again, this is the original charges that they were arrested on. Members Andrew Tristan, which is his brother, and 2 women. After the Tate brothers' arrest in 2022, they were held for 3 months in police detention before being moved to house arrest, where they later restricted to Bucharest, and the other country I can't pronounce, and later to all of Romania. So, like we said before, they were locked up. They were locked up for 3 months without really knowing why they were locked up, kind of waiting for this thing to get to trial. And then the Tate brothers' lawyers were able to get them house arrest. And from house arrest, they were restricted to a couple like smaller cities, I guess, within Romania. And then now they were able to travel anywhere within Romania. They just had to stay within the country. And now they're back under a 24-hour hold. Last month, a court overturned an early decision that allowed the Tate brothers to leave Romania as they awaited trial. The earlier court ruled on July 5th that they could leave the country as long as they remained within a 27-member European Union. Oh, I didn't know that. So they, at one point, they did have permission to leave Romania, but they had to stay in the EU. Okay, I didn't know that. The decision was final. So last month, the court overturned the July 5th ruling that allowed the Tate brothers to travel within the 27-member European Union. Wow. Okay. And the decision to restrict them to Romania was final. I didn't know that. In March, the Tate brothers also appeared at the Bucharest Court of Appeal in a separate case after British authorities issued arrest warrants over allegations of aggression. I'm just trying to keep it YouTube friendly. They don't like that word, the S word. In a UK case dating back to 2012 to 2015, the appeals court granted the British request to extradite the Tates to the UK, but only after the legal proceedings in Romania have concluded. So it's 2024. In the UK, Britain wants to bring the Tates back to answer for something that happened between 2012 and 2015. Again, that's UK. I don't know how their statute of limitations works, if they have statute of limitations. Again, this is all based on testimony and or stories from other people. So I guess the way it stands now, once the Tates have cleared up the situation in Romania, they're going to be extradited to the United Kingdom, where it probably all starts over again. That's the end of that article. So yeah, man, there it is. The Tate brothers were taken into custody. They're going to be on a 24-hour hold. Their home was raided, and now it has to do with some other cases, not the cases that they're currently facing in the Romanian legal system. And who knows what's going to happen next? But you know, I haven't seen the Tates in the news lately. It's been months, really. I haven't really seen anything. I've seen, Andrew and Tristan doing interviews because they can move around in Romania. I know that Candace Owens did an interview with them and some other folks. I know Andrew Tate has been doing interviews on gosh, I forget the name of the guy, but it used to be it's a British guy who has his own platform. Used to be over here in America doing stuff. I can't think of his name right now, but I know Andrew Tate's been working with that guy, doing a lot of interviews, some heated debates about what's going on in Romania, what's going on in Ukraine, what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on in the US. But this definitely gets them in the news. This definitely gets the spotlight back on the Tate brothers, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Romanians to figure this out. Like, we got, where these charges come from, what's going on, like what's official, what's not official. It just seems like much of the same from before. So we'll see. And then once the Tates get this all cleared up, they got to go to the United Kingdom. They got to go to Britain and do it all over again. I mean, this has to cost a fortune in legal fees, dealing with this. A lot of people, say that the Matrix or the powers that be or after the Tates, and what they want to do is just basically break them. Like we could just get them to spend all their money. No one really knows how much money the Tates are worth. Um, it is what it is. So, we'll keep an eye on this. We'll see what's going to happen next. The Romanians are going to have to finish up the very first, cases or whatever with the Tates. And then they're going to have to deal with this new case or whatever, or, multiple cases, whatever's here. And then the Tates are going to have to go to the United Kingdom and deal with that. So, man, it's crazy. Andrew Tate says the Matrix is after him. They said that, people want to shut him up. And it seems that, he was having these conversations online with some of these, bigger influencers, making some noise, and bam, he gets his house raided and he's picked up and put in jail for 24 hours. It is what it is, bro. Like, I'm no conspiracy guy. You just look at it, the timing is such that, look at what's going on. It is what it is. But there you go. You can check it out. I'll link the Associated Press article in the description below. Hey, let me know what you guys think. It gets to a point was like, man, you throwing every possible case you can at this guy, just trying to see what sticks. On the one hand, and then on the other hand, hey, maybe he did do something, and maybe they can prove this latest batch of allegations, this latest batch of criminal cases or crimes or whatever. We just have to wait and see. So all right, appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Hit me up in the comments below if you got something to say. Y'all know how it is. We'll just have to wait and see what happens on this. It's gonna take probably another year to clear this up too. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm DL Saint. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.